Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkerverse. This week, following on from the previous two Black Clover Asta home screen setups, with a score of over 470, here's the darker side of Asta. And for those of you unaware, this is going to be another one in my series on how to customize your home screen like a pro. A series where I show you how you can easily and quickly get these stunning minimalistic setups on your Android phones. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the previous episodes. And following that format, I'm going to show you how you can take a basic home screen setup and turn it into something like this. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And don't forget to submit your live wallpaper and home screen requests right from within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. Just head to the live section and then click on the request button. And remember to boost your favorite ones using both the heart and the booster buttons here. So here he is, Asta being overwhelmed by darkness, and to match is this black and white themed home screen setup, which brings with it a minimalist music indicator at the bottom of the screen, accompanied by a black and white date and time indicator. And to separate them from the black and white vertical icons running down the side of the phone is a simplistic battery level indicator. This setup will be running Nova Launcher using KWGT widgets, and to complete the look, I'll be using the Hex installer for system-wide customization. The link for these and everything else that you're going to need are going to be in the description below. Now, as a quick note, if you want that full screen edge-to-edge look for your home screen setup without those ugly signal bars, then make sure you disable the notification bar within Nova Launcher settings. And to get this comfy icon layout, make sure to head to Nova's home screen settings and change the grid size to 5 across and 10 down. And to really clean up your home screen, I highly recommend you turn off icon labels, increase your icon size, as well as disabling your home screen dock. Now that we have that out the way, the icon pack that we're using in this setup to match our black and white theme is the black line icons, which are available free from the Play Store. Just simply head to Nova's look and feel section and set the pack as your system icons. And before we go any further, make sure you grab this unique wallpaper from my very own custom creation app. Just simply head to the live video section and you'll find it there. And remember, if you have any wallpaper suggestions of your own, make sure to let me know from right within the app itself and boost the ones that you want to see next. Next up, these awesome KWGT widgets. But before we get into them, we need to make sure that we enable Widget Overlapping. You can find this at the bottom of Nova Launcher's home screen section. Just simply make sure to enable both of these options here. Now that we have that out the way, the first widget of the setup, starting at the bottom of the screen, is this music indicator from one of my favorite KWGT packs. The mini music player pack is number 83. So let's start by loading in the KWGT layout to our home screen, and then we want to resize it so it looks something like this. Now for a quick guide on KWGT manipulation, make sure you check out the video in the top right corner. So with this widget, follow along as we head into the first stack group and then the positioning tab, and make sure to change the anchoring point from center to center left. This will pin the widget to the left hand side of the screen. Next, we want to head into the layer tab and adjust the size to better fit the canvas. And once we're happy with the look, make sure to hit save in the top right corner, and let's move on to the second widget, indicating both the date and time in this clean fashion. From the Desaturate pack is B4, the setup for which is just as simple as the first widgets. Starting with loading in another KWGT layout to your home screen, resizing it, and then altering the size of the widget so it fits onto the canvas. And of course, we want to also anchor this widget to the center left as well. Now once done on your home screen, if you notice that the black bar from your date indicator is overlapping the music widget, simply long press the date widget, and using Nova Launcher's drop down menu, we want to push the widget to the back, placing it behind the music indicator. Now the final piece of this home screen setup is our custom battery bar divider. For this, we're going to load in a large KWGT layout to our home screen, which covers all of our icons and a slight part of the music indicator. Now this time, within KWGT, instead of loading in a pack, we're going to click on the Create button. Now using this empty canvas, we're going to create our battery level divider. So by using the plus button in the top right corner, we're going to add in a new progress item, which by default is already set up to indicate your phone's battery level. So let's head into it and start by first changing its rotation to 270 degrees, so it's emptying from the top down on our screens. Next, we want to increase its size so it spans from the top to the bottom of the canvas. And at this point, feel free to reposition it more to the left hand side. Now for those of you who want to keep this squared off look, feel free to jump to the timestamp on screen. As for the rest of us, let's continue with the setup by next curving off the edges. For this, we're going to head back and add in a new shape item, which we're going to change from the default square to a rectangle, and then after which we want to increase its size and dimensions to perfectly match our progress bar. At this point, make sure to also increase the cornering option. This is what's going to curve off the edges. And once you're happy, let's reposition the shape so it overlaps our progress bar item. Now let's head back into the progress bar item, its color tab, and here we want to change its filter from normal to multiply, allowing only parts of the progress bar that overlaps with the shape item to be visible. Now finally, all that's left to do is head back to the item list and now drag the progress item from the top of the list to the bottom. And of course, don't forget to hit save before we head back to our home screen. Now, as a final tip, if your battery bar divider is out of place, as it is here, just simply head back into KWGT and using the tick boxes on the right hand side, select both the progress item and the rectangle shape, and then click on the move icon in the top right corner. This is going to allow you to move both items at once. So just repeat this repositioning step until you get to a point that you're happy with. And before we forget, make sure to long press the widget and select Nova's option to push it to the back of our home screen. And wrapping up this setup, we're using Hex Installer. This is going to give you a nice AMOLED friendly black backdrop with the colors of the theme splashed across the whole system, including the notification panel. Just use the color codes that I'm showing on screen. And alternatively, you can get a similar result using the app OneShade. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And if you have any theme suggestions or requests, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.